Had to march on the things we found. Resistance died down. Fell in frozen soil. Need a little for a different day.
Well, you're watching Superscam.com. This is Carlos Reale, and we're here with Jonas from Katatonia, who's going to give us a little bit of his time. Let us bug him with a few questions. Thank you so much, man, for giving us a little bit of your time. Nice to see you back in the U.S.
Yeah.
Right now, you are midway through pretty much the Epic Kings and Idols tour. You're co-headlining with Canada's own Devin Townsend. You're playing with Paradise Lost, the British Legends, of course. What are your impressions of the tour so far? How's it going?
It's been really smooth. It's a great package. First of all, I think everybody on the tour is really down to earth. So it's going really well. All the shows have been great, so it's perfect.
And you're currently even though Per and Nicholas joined the band in 2009, Dead and Kings, the new album, is the first one with them officially, the first studio album. So how was the recording process this time around with the two new members of the band? How are they fitting into the band, even though it's been 3 years?
I think the recording process was for the new guys really smooth, easy going. They're both great players, so we knew there wasn't going to be any problems at all. Per is even more into the guitar thing than Fred ever was, so he's been really keen on the whole thing of playing guitars and just developing the guitar playing for the band, so it's perfect.
That's good to hear. I have a quote from you real quick that I want you to see if you can help me out with. You posted in the band's website, you said, "Dead and Kings is about the corridors of our mind from where there is no return. Be a king or queen in your own right in these hallways, even at the dead end. Carry your burden with pride." You say that's what we're doing, 20 years and counting. Kings because we believe in what we're creating in our own disturbing faith.
Yeah.
So what is the band's own disturbing faith in your words?
I would say it's about never giving up, because we do something that we believe in, and I mean, it's not the music that will take you to the top of the Billboard, but we love doing it. So I mean, I could imagine a lot of people, like business people, could tell us what they think we should be doing, because we're not, millionaires, but we don't care about that. So that's our own disturbing faith.
And can you give us a little bit more insight into the concept behind Dead and Kings, aside from the quote, of course?
Well, I think the title reflects the band pretty much. A little bit what I said just earlier about doing our own thing, basically. Because we've done it for so many years, so we don't need any, input from the outside world, really. We just do what we do, what we feel we're good at, and this is the music that people get, and seeing from touring and record sales, I think it's great that people are picking up on it even more these days. So we're as happy as we could ever be, So that's the concept of the title, being the band that wanted to go their own way, basically. And musically, it's the same as always, just trying to write better songs every time,
And you do, by the way. Yeah, that's another thing I wanted to ask you. You do have a musical continuum, if you will, with the last three albums. Basically, you have, what is it? The Great Cold Distance, Night Is a New Day, Dead and Kings. Is that the Katatonia sound that you would say it's here to stay?
It's hard to say, because we're always up for experimentation. I mean, up until now, we felt really comfortable doing this style. It's something we have, it's like a craft from when we started doing it, and we sort of sharpened it throughout the process. And what we're doing now, I think, is perfect for Katatonia today. But there will probably come a time when we will want to do something different, not super different, but in the Katatonia manner. We can always do like a even more mellow record, or we could go even more heavy if we want to. I think it's always up to what kind of mindset we have when it's time to write a new record. So right now I have no idea, but it will. Time will tell.
And along the same line, what would you like to accomplish with Katatonia throughout this artistic voyage, if you will? What else do you think the band needs to accomplish, if anything, or that you want to accomplish through the band?
Right now, I don't really see anything else on the horizon as a big goal, because what we're doing now is already the big goal. To go out there and play our music to the people that love it. It's just that's the way we want to do it right now. Our first goal was always to have a record deal, and that's the biggest thing. So right now it's just about enjoying the ride, I think.
And it's a process, it's been going on, of course, all your career, but you have albums like Tonight's Decision, you have Last Fair Deal Going Down, and that's where Katatonia started getting its niche of the sound and the Katatonia music brand, if you will, or sound brand up to a point. In your opinion, where do you think Viva Emptiness actually fits into the whole discography or the history of the band, or the creation of that unique Katatonia sound that, of course, you guys have?
I think Viva Emptiness was a reaction to what we did on Last Fair Deal Gone Down, because that album was full of, I would say, more pop-oriented, rock-oriented song structures, using a lot of full chords on the guitars rather than riffs. So when we wanted to do the next album, we wanted to do something different as a reaction towards Last Fair Deal Gone Down. So we went into more of the riffing thing once again and just tried to work on that. And it's, I think both albums, Last Fair Deal and Viva Emptiness, has been important for what we are today. So nowadays I wouldn't say it's a mixture, but we're taking inspiration from the old stuff as well. So those albums are as important as any album.
And you and Anders are the main contributors as far as songwriting goes and music writing for the band. Katatonia is very well known for its unique lyrics, most of them coming from you. Yeah. So I wanted to ask you, what are, if any, if you want to list them, or just talk about any main ones of the literature or literary influences that you have for your lyrics, if anything? Because it could be anywhere from live to any sources to authors. Anything in particular you want to share?
I think when it comes to authors, I have a favorite, Paul Auster, who wrote, among other things, the New York trilogy with her. I think it's just brilliant stuff, and it's very Katatonia in a sense, because it's you never really know exactly what to think, and that's what I like about writing lyrics, because they're always up for interpretations. There's not a single way to see how it should be read.
Well, we're going to end up real quick. You are also a member of Bloodbath with Anders, and we just wanted to know basically if you had any updates, what's going on with the new singer, if we can expect anything else from Bloodbath in the near future.
We have been discussing Bloodbath on some occasions during the recording of the new album and the tour here. I mean, it's something that we want to do, but it's just about the timing, basically. Now we're super occupied with Katatonia. Martin, the drummer, is very occupied with Opeth, so it all comes down to finding a little bit of time to actually make it happen. So, and the new singer thing, we're not sure yet, so I can't reveal anything, but I think once we get the ball rolling, it's going to be crushing. Yeah.
And then we'll just give you a last minute to say anything to your fans you want. Any last words? Any advice in life you want to give your fans? Go for it. This is your time.
Yeah, I don't have any real advices, but to anybody that is into Katatonia, thank you very much for your support. It's important.
Thank you, Jonas. We appreciate it, man. Thank you so much.